This episode takes us once again to the Eastern Cape of South Africa, where we'll be hunting with John X Safaris for a couple of days. Joining me is Protea cricket player Quinton de Kock, a passionate outdoorsman and a naturally talented bow hunter. We have the privilege of being some of the first clients at John X Safari's new home, the beautiful Woodlands Game Reserve, a magnificent piece of land with the Great Fish River to the south and the Winterberg Mountains to the north. We've met up with professional hunter and owner of John X, Carl van Zyl, who will be guiding us on our bow hunt this afternoon, but first, a quick trip to the range for some formalities.
Just testing out the bow, making sure that on the road nothing got bumped, and then we can get on with our hunt. So we just need to do a little bit of admin and then just get on with it, I guess.
Quinton hasn't been shooting a bow for long, but it soon became clear that he knows what he's doing. After shooting some groups at 30 yards, we move out to 60, and with the groups looking good, we know that we can go into the next few days with confidence. We make a quick stop at the lodge for a delicious looking lunch, and after meeting some of the other hunters and hearing their stories around the table, we head out and begin our search for the first animal. Now, the style of hunting that we like to do here in the Eastern Cape is spot and stalk. The valley bushveld here is perfect for this, as it allows the hunters to spot the animals from miles away and then strategize a stalk through the thick bush.
Just spotted a nice big pig on top of the hill there. We've got a long track now. Obviously we're shooting with the bow, so we're going to have to get nice and close. 50, 60, maybe 40 meters if lucky. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully he's still there when we get on top there.
And so begins the long trek down the hill. Carl has his rifle with him because there are some Cape buffalo in the area, and any close encounters with these animals could be potentially deadly. And buffalo aren't the only thing we have to worry about.
Carl almost walked into a buff adder. Never seen a guy jump like that before.
Yeah, I could hear him right at me, but I didn't want to jump. I wasn't sure which way.
I wasn't happy.
The guy's called up now in defense. Check him out. He's ready for action now, boy. Don't see him now, but I'm pretty certain he's just around those bushes. You know, those trees, that clearing. He'll just be feeling around there. But the way this wind's coming now, if we look at it, it's nice. I wonder if it's maybe not better we try and cut down. Let's skip those impala, come out beyond those impala, come up onto the ridge, see he's feeding like over. I think we'll find him there in the clearings. We try that and try and leave these impala behind.
There's no other pigs
Yes,
down here.
yes, some good here we have to watch as we go.
We get right up to the spot where we'd seen the warthog earlier, but alas, he seems to have moved on and our long stalk comes to an end.
Alright, so after our 2k hike after a pig, went through the outcrops, the mountainous areas here in the Eastern Cape with John X and Carl. Unfortunately we got to where the pig was, didn't find him. I think he moved on. Found him grazing here earlier, and we thought we'd give it a try anyway, but unfortunately it didn't happen. I guess that's just how hunting goes. That's why we love it, and that's why we have passions to do these kind of things. But anyway, there'll always be a next time, I guess. Until then.
Hunting in South Africa is often quite an opportunistic game. You might have a list of animals that you're keen on targeting, and often while going after one species, you may end up coming across another species on your list and going after that instead. Well, luck is on our side today, and on our way back up towards the top of the ridge, we come across a small group of mountain reedbuck. There's a nice ram in the group, and since this is one of the animals on Quinton's list, we decide to put on another stalk. And before we know it, Quinton is presented with a chance at 47 yards, and he makes it count. We walk up to the spot where the animal was hit, we retrieve the arrow, and we find a really clear blood trail going down the mountain. It does take quite a long time to find him, but the trail leads us down into the valley, and eventually, after quite a bit of tracking, we discover a spot where it looks like something has fallen. We look down and we find the animal right there in the ravine.
Well, Quinny, well man, that was a solid recovery and nice old ram, very cool.
Okay, so after a while of tracking, we finally found my beautiful mountain reedbuck. Obviously the shot was quite a good shot, but it did take some tracking. He took us into the mountains, followed him, and yeah, we found him lying on the floor. Very successful. To shoot an animal like this is quite tough, especially with a bow at quite a long range. As you can see, lost the tip of his one horn. It's always nice to take out an animal that has a bit of character to it. They're well known to be around here. It's one of the better places to hunt them also, so very happy and very privileged to have the opportunity to hunt this type of animal, and yeah, it's very happy with it.
After a long day of walking and stalking, of excitement and anticipation, of disappointment, and then finally of victory, we return back to the lodge with our cuts and bruises, and we get ourselves cleaned up. There's nothing quite like coming home after a long day and being able to enjoy the comfort and homeliness of an old traditional Eastern Cape farmhouse. We relax a bit in the lounge, share some stories, and Quinton even gets to explain the game of cricket to one of the American hunters.
So either way, you have to be in your crease to be safe.
Okay.
If you're out of your crease, you're out on a run. But if it goes for 4, it's 4. That's it.
The day ends with a delicious home-cooked dinner before everyone hits the hay and dreams about what the next day could hold.